Okay, it's back to the planet crafter. Load selenium. And I need to make additional power. Next step was the nuclear reactor, T1 nuclear reactor at 60 micropascals. Only 1.5 pascals away, micropascals away. I suppose we just have to wait. And there was something else I wanted. Oh yeah, I wanted to expand the house a little more. Maybe move the heaters somewhere else and expand outward this way. I might want to move the rest of this. You know, I think, well, while I wait, I think I'm going to move these screens. I was hoping I could put, there we go. Come on. There we are. Deconstruct that. And there we go. Gonna save. Also, we have now unlocked a new tab. Biomass. You start unlocking new items at various biomass milestones. 875 kilo terraformation index. This is an automatic water collector. There we are. That's what I want to see. A nuclear reactor. Super alloy, super alloy, super alloy. Water bottle, uranium rod. Here's our uranium rod. Here's our super alloys. One more water bottle. Got to find ice. There we are. Okay. Oh. Good thing about the water collector that I unlock later is that it will automatically collect water and automatically generate water bottles. So I no longer have to go out and mine ice and convert it to water bottles. 92, okay, 100 and it's using 149, there we go, 149.55 kilowatts, so I'm gonna have to build another T1 nuclear reactor. We need 2 ices, 1 uranium rod, 3 super alloys. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm just gonna have to cannibalize one of those. Uranium rod, and what was it, 2 ices? Yep, to make 2 water bottles. It's pretty amazing we have figured out, well, might as well have another. I'm going to collect more ice just so I have more water. There we are. And I might deconstruct all those solar panels. I don't need those anymore. You know what? Might as well mine out all this ice just so I have it. Clean up the planet a little bit. I'm gonna clean up this moon. One more. I watched a series called Chernobyl, talking about obviously about the Chernobyl disaster. It was in 1986, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in that series, the scientist had a really good explanation for how a nuclear reactor works. The short answer, which I should link in the... You know, I might be able to make another one. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a third nuclear reactor. But essentially what a nuclear reactor does is it takes nuclear fuel, which in the uranium rods is very hot, and that heat boils steam. The steam powers turbines, and the turbines generate electricity. In the past, this was achieved by burning coal or burning other sources of fuel, burning oil, natural gas to turn turbines. That's also how a windmill works, gathering the energy of the wind. That's how a hydroelectric dam works. I'm gonna save real quick. As the water moves past... Actually, maybe I should make a grass spreader. As the water moves past the blades of the turbine, water mill, it pushes a generator that creates electricity. So in the same way, a nuclear reactor uses the heat from the uranium rods, which can get incredibly hot, to make steam. The nuclear material only has a certain amount of life. And so when you have spent nuclear fuel, it's my understanding it's still kind of radioactive, but it's not quite hot enough to generate steam. And this is why spent nuclear fuel, depleted uranium is so dangerous. What they can also do with depleted uranium is it's very dense. It's a very dense metal, and they turn that into slugs for ammunition. Probably, I would imagine, armor-piercing rounds, things of that nature. Can I make a launch platform? Do I have the kilowattage? Yes, I do. Launch platform allows you to launch rockets. These rockets, as I said in an earlier video, give bonuses to multipliers. Okay, need one more super alloy. I need one more iron. Let me see here. One more iron, 3 titanium. I am running out of food. 1 iron, 3 titanium. And now we just need 3 titanium. That's interesting. A selenium ore right underneath a titanium ore. Where do I put the rocket? Maybe rocket launch platform. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it, how about over there? Perfect. I wonder, see here, rocket engine. Various rockets we can build. GPS satellite. I do want to build that, actually. Do I have the super alloy? Probably not. Magnetic field protection rocket. Attracts iridium asteroids. Gives a global generation bonus by protecting the magnetic field. Pressure multiplier. 1000%. Asteroid attraction rocket attracts uranium asteroids. Gives a global heat generation bonus. Heat multiplier 1000%. I know. And the GPS satellite provides mapping. I'm going to need some super alloy. Some iridium. My food level's low. So this sucks. I really need to find some beans. Iridium rod. Uranium. Ooh. I don't think... One super alloy. I have just barely enough. I know my food level is low. I need more aluminum. Well, I can get aluminum from... you know, deconstruct that locker. I'm gonna need more locker storage anyway. Probably... Oh, just... put it over here. I need to move. Basically need to move shop because I intend to expand. Since I'm going to die of starvation anyway. Later on, you can get safe vaults, which provide considerably more storage. Okay. Just barely able to eat the eggplant. You know, I should... I'm going to move these two food growers over here. Gonna wait for the mushroom to be done. Yep. Deconstruct all the heaters. Might as well deconstruct this. Deconstruct that. I suppose the heaters. T3 heater. Well, iridium rod. I do not have enough to make iridium rod. I need 2 more iridium. There's 1. Do I have any more? There might be some iridium out by the aluminum fields. Let me see about that. I hope that there is a place somewhere that has iridium readily available. Let me see, possibly in this chest. Perfect, an iridium rod itself. And a rocket engine, after I just manufactured one. That's just perfect in every way. Well, it's time to make that heater. There we are. We are now at 1.11 mega terraformation index, meaning only 149 million away from the next milestone. Okay, a T3 heater, which is better than the T2. let's put it over here. Can the heaters go outside? I kind of do not think. Nope, they cannot. Okay. So this being kind of like an idle game, you don't want to waste your resources on things that do not provide the most benefit. So, for example, I am building Tech 3 heaters instead of the Tech 1 or the Tech 2. There's no point in building those other heaters. You get the most economical, most energy efficient, most bang for your kilowatt. Okay, there's no iridium rod, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. I might as well. There's more eggplant. I will need more aluminum. I could build a food grower. What I really need are beans and onions. I need to go explore and find those. Yeah, so I can have more food. You're making iridium rod. There we are. First. Very good. I no longer have the iridium I need. Let's see, a food grower. Okay, an explosive powder. I cannot make that yet. Water collector, super alloy. I will need that. So in order to make a super alloy, I need one of everything. So I need to mine magnesium and cobalt. Yeah, water collector would be a good thing. Magnesium and cobalt is what I need. I'm gonna go get that. There's our cobalt. There's our magnesium. I'm gonna run out of food again. And okay, now I need magnesium and cobalt again. Do I have the kilowattage? Ooh. Well, yes. Magnesium and cobalt is what I need. Okay. Make a quick water collector, probably close to the antenna there. Okay, this does have to go outside, obviously. How about... Does it really need to be on a level? Okay, what's going on here? I mean, yeah, might as well put it somewhat closer to the house. There we go. What's going to happen is this will slowly start collecting water bottles. I no longer have to mine ice to get water bottles. Okay, I'm going to wait for this to finish, have some more coffee. And then I will move the mushroom grower somewhere else. Then I can upgrade my base. The bigger living... of course it needs 2 super alloy. Of course it does. Well... Oh, I need to take this out first. Okay. Food grower. Here we are. Plant the mushroom. I might as well. You know what? I'm gonna cannibalize this super alloy rod. To hell with it. I hate having to gather everything in order to make the in order to make what I need to make. 3 titanium. Might as well put that in there. Okay, now, well, I could drink more water. There we go. Deconstruct the door. Deconstruct the living compartment. I should not have deconstructed the door because I have... Actually, here we go. That works. Deconstruct the living compartment. Deconstruct the door. Don't tell me I am short 1 super alloy. Where did I put it? There it is. Don't tell me I cannot... Okay. It's just gonna have to... Okay, Bio Lab is a good thing. Will it fit over here? There we go. You know, I do want to expand it out 2 more that way. So I need 4 super alloys. And 6 titanium. Okay, I'm missing 1 titanium to make a door to get in there. Because the living compartment itself took the titanium I was going to use for the door. Okay. Now, I do need a bigger house. So, you know, I could just deconstruct all those solar panels. I might do that, actually. Little jump there. And now I need... See, now all of this is in the way. Well... Okay, how much do I need? I need 4 super alloys and 6 titanium. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I only need 5 more titanium. So I want to expand, make it bigger, so I will need more machines. Okay, 5 more titanium. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5 titanium. There we go. You don't get the reference. That was from Gears of War 2. Marcus Phoenix killing locusts. Why am I going in the house? I need to put it over here. Okay. Here we are. And here we are. I wonder if it would be more aesthetically pleasing if I built, you know, I built a door. Well, see, it's not quite, you cannot quite, well, yeah, I suppose you could. Okay, a biodome. What does the biodome do for me? I need more super alloy. It grows plants. You know, I think that's what I will do next. Do I have a Lerma seed? I probably do, somewhere. I need more super alloy. Well, I need 2 titanium and 3 super alloy. I'm going to have to cannibalize one of those super alloy rods that the game has provided. You know, I do want to go over there eventually. Because there might, well, the oxygen though, that's a bit of an issue. Is there a super alloy rod in here? I forgot. Yes, there is. Actually, I might as well loot everything and deconstruct the box. I have no oxygen, so I do not want to overextend myself like I did last time. I think it's time for more coffee. I think I'll put the biodome over there. That might be a good spot for it. Do I cannibalize the solar panels? I might. Ah, here we are. Water. Although the food is a problem. Let me see here. Can I... You cannot do that. Make a simple platform. I just want it to look a little nicer. I mean... well, it looks a little better than it did. Okay, now... Yeah, this is okay. I think... Well, that could probably stay there. Probably. You do need quite a bit of space. Yeah, you know what? I might just leave it. Is the food done growing? No, of course not. Do I have another Lerma seed? Nope. I do not. The food is an issue. I do want to make the... aluminum, I don't really... what I was going to do is I was going to make that satellite. I do still want to do that, but I think I want to grow the Bio Lab, make the Bio Lab first. Do I have the kilowatts? Minus 37. Oh, yeah. You know, that looks a little... Yeah, that's fine. And, I mean... I want to do, like, 3 things at once. Come on. There we go. Two titanium and 1 Lerma seed. I'm going to have to take Lerma seed out. There it is. And I need 2 titanium. Hopefully I can build this before I die of starvation. Perfect. There's our biodome. Does it automatically construct a door? I don't remember. Yes, it does. I don't remember what... Oh, the Bio Lab, that is a good thing. We do want to build the Bio Lab that allows us to make... Ooh, osmium. Aluminum. I do have an osmium rod I will have to cannibalize. You know, I might put the Bio Lab out that way. Bio Lab, that's where the sulfur comes in. Okay, osmium. By the way, I said in my last video that uranium, or radioactive elements such as uranium do not glow green, they grow more blue. So that osmium you saw there would likely be more scientifically accurate too if you actually had a radioactive material there. Since I'm going to die of starvation anyway, I'm just going to let that happen. Yeah, what else have we got? A T5 backpack unlocked at 5 Mega TI. We're at 1.5. T4 heater, that's good. Okay, at 25 kilograms, a T2 algae spray generator. So for that, we need water, which we do not yet have. Okay, plants at 80 tons. You get a beehive. Butterfly dome, then you get the different butterflies. Let's see, a plant. I don't really care about the flowers. But the food grower, the tree spreader, the heaters are good to have. Frog eggs you get much later. Aquarium is good to have, has fish. Harvesting robot. Automatically harvest organic. Okay, at 75 kilotons. Redwood tree. I didn't have anything on me, so that's okay. Okay, a bio lab. I need 2 osmium, 3 super alloy, 1 aluminum. Well, okay, 3 super alloy, 1 aluminum. I'm going to put the bio lab. Well, will it fit over here? Not really, but I could put it on top. And in fact, that is what I will do. I can build an indoor ladder. Where is that? There it is. Okay, iron and cobalt. That's what I need. And cobalt. Build an indoor ladder. Which you might as well save. Building the Tower of Power at this very hour over here. Yeah, I know about the food level. Okay, so the biolab is here. Indoor ladder, where is it? I just had it, there it is. Okay, why don't I put it here? Come on. That looks good there. Excellent. They're in the biolab. Now, you know, I should have probably put it over here. That's what I'm going to do, so that I'm right there. So that I'm right there. I can access the biolab computer very easily. Excellent. Now, this is where the explosive powder. 2 sulfur, 1 iridium. What was I going to build? That. Shredder machine. Well, osmium, uranium, super alloy. Okay, in order to make explosive powder, 2 sulfur, 1 iridium. Okay. 2 sulfur, 1 iridium. Don't tell me I used all the iridium. I need more food. I need more food. Ah, I did. I did use all the iridium. There might be some in this dome. I'm going to move the beacon. I don't need to move the beacon. I did not bring any oxygen with me. There might be some in the storage. Not there. Nope. Well, I can make oxygen. Capsule. I need more food. Oh, really? Just when I make it, that's when I find it? Alright. I should start labeling some of these, I think. That would be a smart thing to do. Maybe I'm not that smart. Anyway. Okay, I need to find some iridium. I think one of these had a heater I can deconstruct. Good thing I can fly now. Makes travel much easier. I know one of these did have a heater, melts at 150. Yeah. Oh, Lerma seed. That's good. I can make... Oh, I can put a flower in there. I don't really need to... Well, you know what? But then I won't have enough room. Okay, I just do it to take everything. You know, what is kind of interesting is that the premise of the game is you are a convicted criminal that... there's a nuclear reactor. That... Oh, you know what? That nuclear reactor is hidden behind some ice. I bet you when the ice melts, the nuclear reactor activates. Here we are, perfect. And then it powers the rest of this unconstructed facility. I bet you that's what happens. Well, anyway, what I was about to say was, you know, your sentence is to terraform this planet. Which begs the question, what crime did your character commit that was so bad that the powers that be decided that the only way to atone for your sins is to terraform an entire planet? Did you commit some mass genocide somewhere? Did you produce global warming and completely destroy a planet? Who knows? Okay. Okay, explosive powder. Now I need uranium, osmium, and superalloy. Actually, I'm going to save. Uranium, osmium, superalloy. I should really move these machines. Well... Okay, now this. Okay, perfect. This just destroys items. Let's say I have an excess of iron. You just put it in there. I'm not going to do it right now, but you put... I might as well make another oxygen canister. T1 exoskeleton. You put your items in there, and it will destroy them. Automatically destroys content when the inventory is when this inventory is full. I'll just for demonstration purposes, you put the iron in there. You know, iron is pretty easy to come by. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't need all that iron. So I'm just gonna put the iron in there. Press the button. Removes it from the game. Removes it permanently from the game. Water. Okay, the oxygen is good. Lerma seed is good. I need to... Well, what I really need is a vault. Where do I find that? A safe vault. Safe vault. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's what I was going to do. I was going to make a GPS satellite. Yeah, no. Food level's always a problem. Where is that safe vault? Does it unlock at biomass? At a certain biomass? Algae, we don't have any water, so that's useless. Where is the safe vault? Or is that something I have to explore and collect a blueprint from? That's almost what I'm thinking. T4 jetpack. See here, T5 backpack vehicle station. I don't ever use vehicles when you don't really need to drive a car around when you can fly. And in addition to that, I don't really need that. Water collector is good. Yeah. T2 breaks items down into their core components. We'll see about that one. But I will need that. Really. It takes that long before I can make a super alloy rod. What is that noise? I'm looking for a... I think it's music. T2T spreader. Tree spreader. No, no, no. I'm looking for... I think it is one of those blueprints you can only obtain through... through blueprint chips. I'm looking for the GPS satellite. Oh, great, right next to the ice. How do I make that? Okay, 2 super alloy, a compass microchip. Compass microchip, 2 super alloys, and a T1 rocket engine. How do I make the compass? Okay, 2 aluminum. I will need the rocket engine. 2 aluminum, magnesium and silicon. There we go. Rocket engine and 2 super alloys, was it? I have just barely enough. Excellent. Can I fly up here? Yes, I can. Eventually. Climbing the ladder is faster. It's instant. Now, normally... Yep, this is exactly what I thought. Yep, the rocket always spawns to your left, so it just... I might as well save before the big rocket launch. Well... Yeah, this is great. We can't really see it. To hell with it. I'm going to drink some water. Launch it into space. I have actually seen a real-life rocket launch. It's at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Don't tell me it's stuck. Well, don't tell me it, you know. There we go. We did it. We're celebrating. The rocket has launched. I think the model got stuck by the ice. Anyway, I have seen a real-life rocket launch in Florida. Do I not have the map screen? I don't... really? I don't think I do. Orbital information. Biomass. You gotta be kidding me. I don't think... Sorry. Is it a... Is it... Well, okay, so what... I launched the GPS rocket, but I cannot see any map. Drop this off because I'm going to die soon anyway, unless I eat. There we go. Well, that was rather anticlimactic. When can I see the map? It might very well be a blueprint I need to get. This is a consistent problem I have been running into because on my other world, on the when I first started playing this game, on the planet Prime, I already know what to build. I've already figured out kind of the most efficient way of doing things, but I think I have to get a blueprint. chip to make the map screen. Yeah. Yeah, it would seem so. Well, I could make a... Do I have the aluminum? Of course I do not. Aluminum. I don't want to have to cannibalize another grass spreader. Magnesium. There's my magnesium. Grass is a good thing to have. Do I? Well, Jesus. Okay, I will have to go and get one aluminum. So anyway, I watched a real-life rocket launch, and that was interesting. We were watching it in a... this was about 2006, I want to say. And we were all watching it on the television screen. There's my aluminum. Inside this one building. But the whole tour group ran outside to see it with their own eyes. The rocket flame looks very bright, like it was very orange. When you see rockets launched on TV or on a YouTube video, what I found is the flame looks more yellowish. But in actual reality, it looks, well, you know, this might be a... imagine this, but a little more red. Something similar. It's like a very bright fire flame, orange, a brilliant orange color. More grass for more biomass. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's because I turned the graphics settings to low just to be nicer to my computer, and as a result, that's why you can see the grass, the render distance like this. Bio Lab. You know, I might want to build a door and a staircase so I can just access the Bio Lab instead of always, I would have to run in here, climb up the ladder, when I could just build a door. Iron, titanium, silicon. Too bad I shredded all my iron. Now is it iron, titanium, silicon? Well, there's my titanium, and there's my silicon. Now I need to mine some iron to build the door. Put the door to the Bio Lab. Right. Will it? There we go. Okay. Now I need to make stairs. I'd say 3 sets of stairs ought to do it. That's kind of funny. That's just a background asset. This is not an ore you can mine. It's not a obtainable object. The food is a problem. It definitely is. Now, why did I not do this from the beginning? Close enough. And was I right? Yep. Might as well mine that selenium. There we go. There's our Bio Lab. Save. Put the selenium, drop the selenium off. I still don't know what selenium is used for. Is this ready? No. Well, what should I do next? A shredder. I could build another drill, I suppose. You know, I'm going to move these around. They don't look so good. I think, yeah. I think I'm going to... Okay, power, blueprints, and messages. Screen power, just to make it, instead of clipping into the wall there, I think it would look better. There's power. There's blueprints. I want to make it match, make it look at least halfway decent. And messages. And then I need to find a blueprint chip. Move it. Come on now. So it's about there. Come on. Good enough. And I need to find a blueprint chip for the map, the GPS. Well, I think I made quite a bit of progress in this episode. I built the Bio Lab. I expanded my living quarters. Yep. Launched a GPS satellite that I cannot use yet. Moved things around, built some nuclear reactors, built a water collector, got more grass going. I think that's quite an accomplishment for this episode. I'll continue in the next one. I think the next episode I need to do some more exploring, try to find some more blueprint chips.